seasons and in program history. The Nittany Lions and the Terps are live from the Xfinity Center Pavilion in College Park, Maryland. First service time, 2:37 p.m. and first point time, 2:37 p.m. As there is your first kill of the day, Taylor Trammell on it.
Yeah, Taylor Trammell, she has just been electric in that middle position. She's also just unstoppable.
She says that's enough. One swing, one kill. I'm done for now. Here's Samantha Schnitter with her first swing on the near side. Nice dig out by freshman setter Izzy Stark. Hard swing down once again. Caroline Juravicious gets Penn State out to a quick start.
And the really cool thing about these two teams, they've already played each other in the first half of the season, so they kind of know each other's tendencies. So this is going to be a really competitive match.
It was a 4-set loss for Maryland in State College just over a month ago. There's Anastasia Russ to get Maryland's day started.
And that's what you want to see out of this Maryland team. A lot of teams have talked about making sure to push the ball to the outside because this Maryland team is just so efficient with their middles.
Sam Sire deep to serve. Jess Merzik up. Hard swing from Juravicious. She's got 2 of Penn State's 3 points so far.
Juravicious, you see that line is open. They decided to leave that open for Maryland, and Juravicious just took advantage of it.
Ava Faldudo deep to serve. Outside Scherer just had to stretch a bit. Outside Mendelson. It's been that outside that's been working. Mendelson on the slide and twice from Juravicious on that far side.
Yeah, right now Maryland is deciding to leave that line open, probably just allowing Penn State just to get a few kills, see what they do. So Penn State, again, just taking advantage of that.
Quick start for the Nittany Lions. Zoe Wong up. Anastasia Russ down. The quick set has really become a lot more prevalent in the game over these last few years. Anastasia Russ has both kills. We saw it from Trammell, and here's Russ.
That was great timing by Huang and Anastasia Russ. It was just perfect. Huang was able to put it right in the hands of Russ. She was able to put it down.
She's been a lot more involved in the attack as of late, has Anastasia Russ, and her link up with Zoe Wong is a lot of the reason why. Nice dig out by Allie Williams on the swing from Jess Merzik. There's Samantha Schnitter. She's on the board. 1 point game.
Schnitter is going to be a very important person for Penn State to stop. Again, we've talked about that she had double-digit kills in the last 3 games, so she's going to be a very important factor that you want to stop her early.
One of the prolific servers, one of the many of them, is the libero Lily Gunter. Izzy Stark up. Mendelson on the slide. That's vicious.
Mendelson, that was just a great sequence by her. She was able to get great timing, be able to get to that pin as quickly as she could and just put it right down back at 10-foot line.
Jess Merzik deep to serve, one of the best players in the whole country. The transfer from Michigan, hands it to Samantha Schnitter. She says, hey, Samantha Schnitter, I can do it on the service end too.
And that corner-to-corner serve is just so difficult to execute. And Jeff Merzik there, she was able to say, hey, you're going to take this float serve from Samantha Schnitter, I'm going to see if you can pass.
She's hit another level since transferring to Happy Valley. Nicks the tape. And on the quick set, Eva Rohrbach takes it out of Merzik's hands.
And again, Penn State, they're probably allowing the middles to get going early, and Rohrbach and Anastasia Russ are doing a great job. That was a great off the 1 foot where Rohrbach has been most successful in that 2 and being able to hit that gap.
Can Samantha Schnitter give it right back to Jess Merzik? She sure can. And she extends her record this season. This
game seems like it's going to shape up to be a Schnitter versus Merzik matchup. This is what it sounds like.
That's what the people came here to see. Terps hanging tough here in set number 1. Another tough serve, another ace. That's 2 in a row, and the Terps are tied.
And again, Schnitter is again someone you don't want to keep her, you don't want to get her going too early, you don't want to keep her behind that service line too early. She does so much damage when she is back there on that service line.
The Ole Miss transfer has herself hit another gear since transferring to the Big Ten. Faldudo handles. Stark near side. Dug up by Rohrbach. Katie Scherer sent back. They had an opportunity on the swing. but there was Penn State's block.
That was a great decision by Cameron Hanna. Again, as an outside, you don't have to get those big killer swings. Cameron Hanna just trying to test out Maryland's defense there, see where they're at, and she was able to create some chaos on Maryland's side. And Penn State, they put up a great block, and Shearer, there she was, right there to go get it too.
Quinn Menger deep to serve. The pass near or far side for Scherer. Stark up, quick down. There's Trammell again. Just as Maryland has been, it's been Penn State attacking the middle.
Yeah, that was a great sequence. Interesting decision to put it right in the middle's hands. She picked a harder decision there and put it in Trammell's hands, and Trammell made it work.
Izzy Stark had a look as if to say, I don't know about that, but when you have as good a hitter in the middle there, you don't have to worry. Katie Scherer's first swing off the top of the block. Hard swing down, nice dig out, Gunter on the swing from Hanna. The dump kill goes Dowler's way. Maryland hang tough once again.
Yeah, Dowler, this where she's also been successful. We haven't seen her do it too much this season, but when she's able to take the ball in her hands and take matters into her hands, she is successful.
That was actually Katie Scherer on the opposite side. Maryland have been hanging tough, faced an early deficit, went on a 3-0 run. Now John Esponin to serve. The Ohio native serves away. A short serve, they'll get an opportunity on the overpass. Dowler to Rohrbach on the fly. The up from Stark, and off the top of the block from Hanna. Cameron Hanna on the board, her first kill.
That was a great swing by Hanna. I absolutely love how she is taking her elbow back and she is drawing all the way back to get as much power as she can, and then she's swinging through.
Last year's #1 overall recruit, Izzy Stark, has been just as advertised, if not better. Nice receive on the joust. Dowler once again. That was a little too loose. She was looking for Rohrbach on the slide. Instead, it just went all the way over. Hanna says that's as easy as it gets.
And she absolutely great timing there. She saw the ball came over the plane, and she just threw it back down and threw it towards that angle, again creating some chaos for Maryland defense.
The freshman setter serves away. Barely misses the rafters. Schnitta from the back. It's a great dig out. Near side, Hanna. And Gunter's dig is just too far. I mean, to be able to wear that swing from Samantha Schnitta on the forearms like that, that takes bravery, if nothing else.
Yeah, definitely Penn State's defense. They kind of ate Schnitta's ball up. Merzik taking that swing, and then Cameron Hanna putting it down for Penn State.
Dowler out of system. Sire reaches back. Bit of traffic up front. Can Maryland take advantage of the free ball? Dowler wanted it herself. She's got it.
And granted, she again takes that setter dump. Dowler said, you know what, I want to kill as well. I want in on this action. That was a great decision by Dowler.
Normally you see her just put it down, but she unleashed on that one. She really reared back. Eva Rohrbach deep to serve. The sophomore has just been as advertised as well. Dynamic middle. Starks pass loose. Juravicius got a nice swing on it, and she tools the block.
Yeah, Juravicius was, let's say, vicious with that tool off that block there.
That was good. That was a good one.
Stamped by Michael.
Yeah, if you get my seal of approval, I'll take it. Cameron Hanna to serve. Off the tape, nice up from Sire. Back row Schnitta. There's Stark. The up from Grimes. Merzik sent back. Sire finds it on the joust.
That was a great timing by Sire. The ball's a little bit loosey. It was a little bit loose on Penn State's side. It was a little bit wonky. Sire taking advantage of that their defense was a little bit scrambled.
Sire, just as much as Schnitta has been at the center of this 3-game win streak the Terps have found themselves in. There hasn't been too much of that. Something that the Terps have really figured out is their serve game. They went from one of the worst to now the best in the conference.
And really, that just takes practice, practice, practice. When you hammer home that serves are the one time you can control a game, that's when you become the best serving team in the country.
You can't give unforced errors to a team like Penn State. Nice pass from Wong. They'll get another chance. Russ on the one set. Grimes up. Juravicius off the top. Schnitter up. Sire with not as much heat. Mendelsohn, the one set snuffed out. Far side, Merzick. 1 and up by Spahn. They'll get another chance. The crowd loves it. Stark up. Juravicius sent back. That's a momentum point for the Terps right there.
That was an absolutely electric point by Maryland. The scramble, just getting the ball up and sending the ball over the best they can. Penn State running organized offense, but Maryland right here in that slowdown, you see that Juravicius, she's been going for that line, and Sam Sire said, not today, not on my watch, and was able to get over there.
By herself she does it, and she serves away. Another up from Sire on the swing from Mendelsohn. Katie Scherer off speed. Far side, Merzick tools the block. Merzick hasn't been involved, and that was the theme in the first game in the reverse fixture just last month. Merzick was basically anonymous in that first set. After that was when she heated up. Despite having only 2 that first set, she finished the match with 17 kills.
Yeah, sometimes as a player you do just have off games there. Also, it looks like Samantha Schnitter was talking to the up ref about some serving questions.
Another line serve. Der Schnitter. Oh my goodness, Jess Merzick. Absolute levitation on the rejection. It doesn't get any more emphatic than that.
We got to take this look block. That block was so absolutely clean. She got right in front of Maryland there. There was nowhere for Maryland to go.
Everybody else, I think everybody else felt pretty relieved that one of the most decorated coaches of all time had to go. That was 2 years ago. Now, Carly Schumacher in her 3rd season at the helm in State College. Katie Scherer's swing goes just wide. Now Penn State starting to build up a little bit of a lead here. That's emphatic solo block from Jess Merzick. Kind of took the crowd out of it a little bit. And in such an intimate place as the Pavilion is, where normally Penn State plays Rec Hall, where Nebraska plays at the Bob, they're such large venues. Almost 2,000 here. It could feel like a lot more if they get into it. The setter dump goes off the hands of Wong. Could have been Williams' ball. Stark will take credit either way, and a potential spot for a little bit of more momentum goes back Penn State's way, and Merzick deep to serve.
Yeah, it looked like Stark. She didn't really hear any of her hitters, so she just kind of take matters into her own hands.
Stark and sister. Hannah levitates and tools the block. 7-point lead for Penn State. This is more like the first set that they were looking. Ohio State goes on to lose 4 of their next 5 games, tumbles out of the conference winning conversation, and it was all Wisconsin's from there. And there's another race on the day. Jess Merzick, she might not be doing it on the front end being too physical, but she's doing it from the service line. 2nd ace of the day.
Yeah, unfortunately that is another unforced error on Maryland. That ball just dropped right inside, so you got to follow that ball all the way to the line.
That's another knuckled serve where the ball just bottoms out. Katie Scherer rises, but she's stuck. Merzick doing it on the defensive side now.
Yeah, when you have Mendelsohn out in that middle, you got to go for it.
From the Nittany Lions, vanished a 6-point lead. Merzick still with serve in her hands. Schnitt off the top of the block. And now Maryland has to put together a comeback of their own to get back into set 1.
Yeah, 100%. You got to work a lot harder here. You're down a lot of points right now, 20-12. So you got to put the work in. You got to keep your serves in. They don't have to be as aggressive, but they have to be controlled.
And that's rare. She puts in back-to-back aces her first trip to the line, and they need the country's best server to get them back into it. It's a high-risk, high-reward serve. As of late, Schnitt has been putting almost all of them in. That's an inopportune time to be getting a service error and hand it straight back to Penn State. 9-point lead for the Nittany Lions. Stark up. Hannah down with authority.
That was such a great swing by Hannah. She waited on that second step on that ball, and here she is. She absolutely got right through Maryland's block. She beat Maryland's block, and that's how she was able to get that kill.
The Clemson transfer has been immense in this game and change they have played against Maryland. Rohrbach off the top. Stark up. The push. And the joust at the net back over to Dowler's side. Scherer not high enough. There's Hannah who tools the block. What a pass from Stark. That's just a nice little pass up the in what you would call a bump, but not just a normal pass. And what a find from Hannah.
Yeah, that was just absolutely great communication by Penn State's back row. They told Hannah where she was, and she was able to swing in that direction.
Not as easy to control those. The freshman making it look easy. Too far from Katie Scherer, and very, very quickly, Penn State out to set point already.
Yeah, this is just what Penn State does. Penn State, they're able to control the game, make the game theirs, and this is exactly what they did in this first set.
The traveling Nittany Lions support makes their voice heard as they rise for Quinn Menger's serve. Dowler up. Rohrbach off the top. Stark. Back row, Merzik soft. Nice up from Rohrbach. Scherer down. It's going to take something almighty now.
Scherer, that was a great swing by her. The ball was able to beat Penn State's block, just how it did a moment ago for Penn State. You see Scherer able to get in between that split between Hannah and Stark and be able to get that split.
It's in the hands of Jonna Spahn. She's taken up a serve specialist role as of late. Stark up. Trammell finds Schnitta. Dowler in system. Nicely timed for Sire, but it finds the top. Cameron Hannah puts her stamp on a dominant Penn. Hamill's also up there in those numbers as well. Sorry, Alexa.
No, you're all good. You are all good.
Jocelyn Nathan serves us away to start anew here in set number 2. That's a great dig out on Merzik's first real swing of the day. Stark up. Merzik again, such a good cut shot to find the angle.
That is definitely a hard shot to get as an outside. And Stark, she saw it in Stark, she was able to get that ball out to Merzik, and she was able to put it down.
And she cut that angle so tight. No net, no nothing. Tough receive for Sire. Loose set. Schnitta deals with that pretty nicely. Stark up. Juravicius off the top of the block. And you can talk about how good these hitters have been. Izzy Stark, just, it seems like she knows these hitters like the back of her hand so far. That's 15 assists on the day.
And that's the kind of connection you want between your setters and your hitters. You want that type of connection to, again, get to a hitting percentage of 500.
Schnitta sent back hard. Trammell now getting involved on the block assist with Jess Merzik. They have not slowed down, these Penn State Nittany Lions. This is an impressive display.
Yeah, Trammell and Merzik, they have just been connecting so well on that block. They've been able to close that block and not give any space to Maryland.
Off the tape, Wong up. Russ dug out by Grimes on the one set. Juravicius off balance. Wong digs out. Sire near side. The up from Grimes. And Juravicius goes wide. Maryland off the mark in set number 2.
Yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a wacky offense by Maryland, but Maryland, they've been able to adjust so well on the fly as well. When not everything goes their way or a pass doesn't go their way, they've been able to adjust and get those balls back.
They've controlled serve all season long, have Maryland. They need to keep it in their hands. Schnitta to the middle of the campfire.
Yeah, that was a great move by Schnitta. She saw there was a little bit of a hole there on Penn State's side, and she took advantage of it. Grimes should have come in to take a step up and get that tip, and unfortunately she let it go.
And another serve error on the Terps side, and that last Terps error led to the runaway that was set number 1, back in Penn State's hands, and Jess Merzik almost never lost it.
Yeah, 100%. And definitely with this, again, with this Penn State team, you don't want to let them go on too many runs here of a team.
Russ mistimes the slide swing, and Juravicius sent back hard. Russ atones on the block assist from Scherer. Back to a 1-point game.
Scherer and Russ, that was a great close by them. You see on that replay, you see that Russ got over there, was able to close and take away more space. Scherer setting up that block very well.
How easy is it as a player yourself? How easy was it to be able to put a blowout of a set in the back of your mind?
You just gotta let it go. You have to let it rain off the Ducks' back. You gotta let it slide out. So you know what? You got 2 more. You got 2 more. You got 3 more sets. You just gotta keep pushing.
So difficult to do that when Penn State has that dominant set fresh in mind, saying that you want to keep what you've got going still going. Rohrbach slightly off time. She's in rhythm there, and it shows why.
Yeah, 100% to your point. And on Penn State's side, when you're on the other side where you did dominate that first set, you have to keep that mentality. You can't let that foot off the gas because it is very easy to do that.
Schnitta serves away. Nice handle by Grimes. And there's Jess Merzick. Number 3 on the day, rather, for the star outside hitter.
Yeah, it's definitely maybe the last person in that lineup that you want to serve is Gillian Grimes. She took Schnitta's serve and just said, easy.
Merzick has 2 aces on the day already. She serves away with topspin and touch the tape. Sydney Dowler, that's smart. She's good for a few of those every game. She picks her moments really nicely.
Yeah, again, right now Penn State, they're running a traditional perimeter offense, so that gives Dowler that campfire hole spot that she can just dump to, and Penn State, they just have to adjust on the fly.
Spahn serves away. Easy handle for Faldudo. Far side Hannah. Unleashes, did it get a touch? No. Good work to force Stark to go to the opposite side. So tough to time those. Nicely placed, though, from the freshman. Gave Hannah her best chance.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was just that ball was just passed too far outside to make something else work.
First error on the day for Hannah. Oh, that's so easy. So tough from Maggie Mendelson.
That was just such a satisfying kill to both see and hear at the same time. You see Mendelson getting up there. That swing was just so quick. Just absolutely fantastic swing. That's
what height gives you. And she's got a bit of a vert on her too, does Maggie Mendelson. That was effortless. Menger's serve touches tape. Schnitta off time, but it works in her favor. Terps hanging tough.
Yeah, this is probably the 3rd time that Penn State has gotten beat on those short balls. Right now, Penn State, their defense is kind of playing on their heels, so they're not able to get to those short balls quickly. Maryland's able to take advantage of that and say, hey, we're going to tip and roll it until we have to start swinging again.
Rohrbach deep to serve. The California native away. Stark in system. Hannah sent back hard. The assist from Dowler and Russ. Terps have the lead. Emphatic.
That was absolutely an electric serve. Again, Russ getting over there and closing that block. The 2 in sync right there. Hannah, she just had Dowler right in front of her.
That's a nice up from the back row from Merzick. Hannah again, she makes sure this time.
Hannah, she saw that slight stare down that she had when that ball landed, and good for her because that was a fantastic swing again on that outside.
Just 1 error, and then the block on the point before from Russ and Dowler. Other than that, she's got 8 kills. That's all she has against her. The 1 set sent back, but it lands wrong side. Maryland have the lead back.
Yeah, great job on Maryland for tolling that block there and able to keep that point with them.
Sydney Dowler serves away. Stark the back set. Hannah off time, and Schnitta had no idea it was coming.
Yeah, Schnitta looks like she kind of got caught off guard there. She was ready to come in for that tip, and it wound up just being a deep roll there. So great job on Hannah for being able to control that ball as well.
Dowler now makes way. Zoe Wong is your back row setter. You normally see Dowler up front to provide a little more physicality. She's a very good defensive setter, is Sydney Dowler. Gunter's pass. There's Sire. Grimes positioned perfectly. Merzik levitated, took a little speed off it, caught everybody off guard. And it was going back and forth. Now Penn State holds the lead once again. That's a big buffer to have.
Yeah, and again, that's a really smart decision when you have your team swing, 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 and then you're able to just take that ball, control it, throw a deep roll in there, throw a tip in there just to throw the defense off guard a little bit.
Wong up. There's Russ. The one set has been an option, an ever-accessible one in this match so far. Schnitter sent back hard. I mean, it just gets more emphatic with each block this Penn State defense brings.
That block was just an absolute stuff block. You had Tremel and Merzik, again, levitating and helping each other, and again, closing that block, making it no way for Maryland to get through.
Could have been going deep, but it's dealt with by Spahn, and now Sire tools the block. That's a big point, because it was at around this stage in the first set where that's when it kind of started to snowball a little bit. Take the serve out of Penn State's hands and hang within one.
That's exactly what you want to do. Again, this is a great Penn State team, so you don't want to give them too many runs. You want to give them a chance to think about their next play.
Merzik just hangs. Schnitt off the top of the block. It finds nobody. Schnitt is 5th on the day. And Maryland hitting a lot better. They were under 100 in set number 1. Now they're getting a little bit closer to 300.
Yeah, Maryland doing their job right now, hitting at a 163 percentage as a team. So definitely starting to get up there and doing a little bit better. They're improving from the first set.
They're over 300 this set. Stark up. Gunter to cover Mendelson. Off time, Katie Scherer finds it. 2 straight points for Penn State, and now 2 points for Maryland. Their resolve is on display right now.
Yeah, 100%. Again, both teams are showing that you don't need those gigantic swings to make a point happen. You can have those light touches, and you can get those points.
Nice up from Sire. Scherer wide. You think that Scherer could be a bit of an X factor in this game. She did not feature in the reverse fixture in October. This is when Sydney Bryant was still healthy. So this is Penn State's first look at Scherer. Surprised that those are only her first few swings of the game.
Yeah, being able to have a player that hasn't really gotten a whole lot of playing time and then having to play against an opponent is a real advantage for Maryland.
She wasn't put in the most fortuitous of positions there, as Mendelson and Juravicius are on the cover. So 2 points for Penn State, 2 points for Maryland, and it goes straight back to Penn State now.
Yeah, it's definitely a back and forth game here. Again, these teams kind of know each other. They met before earlier this season. And that serve right there, it was out, and Maryland was able to get that ball back. And again, now they're more in the controller's seat. And again, we have our first tie of the match here.
So rare you get those unforced errors from Penn State. You have to take advantage if you can. Here's Merzik. Nice dig from Gunter. Wong up. Far side Schnitt off the top of the block. Merzik again. Gunter on the dig again. Wong on the free ball. Stark up. And there's Merzik covered. One more time for Mendelson. The cut shot into the net. That's a big point. Those momentum points have been a lot more prevalent for Maryland, not only in the games, they've been winning them too on this 3-game win streak.
Yeah, Juravicius, I believe she was trying to see if she can get that tight 2 shot, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too angled for her.
Nice serve from Gunter. Merzik levitates. And that block has it covered too, as best as they can. And it's sometimes you just have to tip your hat.
Yeah, Merzik, exploding for that one kill there. She has 5 kills on the day, hitting out of 333. Even though she has 15 attempts, she's still making do with the one she is getting.
She has not committed an error on the day, has Jess Merzick. The soft touch over and the overpass. Wong tries to find a spot. Interesting decision in this case, such a tight game against such a good team. And after that, it forces Adam Hughes to take the timeout.
Yeah, I kind of understand this. I understand the decision on Huang's part to push the ball to that corner. That ball was tight, and the ball was a little bit tight for her, so being able to push that out to the corner, they want to take this set.
Even when she takes some off it, which she did there, it's just such a tough serve to handle. But credit to Penn State, they have been able to handle it. After the back-to-back aces early in set number 1, the receive has worked really nicely. They've been keeping Stark in system almost on every single Schnitta serve.
And again, that's just by practice, being able to get that ball to your setter's hands.
Dowler up, Scherer off the top, there's Merzick. Stark up, Mendelssohn sent back. Scherer and Rohrbach keep this game tied.
That was just a phenomenal block on Maryland. Again, they've been closing very well there, and Mendelssohn just right into Scherer's block. Scherer taking up as much space as possible she can on that net.
Spahn serves away. That's a knuckle serve and a good one. Sydney Dowler uncorks once again. Again, you normally see the dumps from Sydney Dowler, a setter dump. Now, she just wants it all for herself. It was nice work, though, from Stark on the cover. She saw it coming. Just a little too tough, though, from Dowler. Bit of a miscue between Grimes and Faldudo. Dowler's feeling herself now. That's back-to-back kills for the setter. She's up into second, only behind Schnitta with 4. Crowd getting back into it a little bit. Maryland hold a 2-point lead here in set number 2. Stark up. It goes Penn State's way after the touch. I mean, I think either way, regardless of the violation, Cameron Hanna's taking credit for that. Only a matter of time before she got herself back into it.
Yeah, 100%. Looks like Rohrbach was in the net there. They called 17, which is Rohrbach's number.
Menger serves away. Tough receive from Gunter. Sam Sire, great dig. The joust. And poked over by Hanna. Here's the chance for the Terps. Sire again off speed. Here's the free ball. Dowler up. Rohrbach off the top on the slide. Faldudo up. Hanna terminates. We're tied again.
Cameron Hanna again just electrifying this Penn State offense, keeping them in this set as well. And that angle was just so good. She's able to angle it right into that corner of the court where that 10-foot line is.
11 kills on the night for Cameron Hanna so far on only 15 swings. Such efficiency from the Clemson transfer. Rohrbach on the slide.
Rohrbach, that's where she's also most successful, when she is able to, again, jump off that 1 foot, get out to that slide. Penn State, they just left too much room at the net, and that was how that ball fell right in between their block.
Approaching crunch time in set number 2. Maryland holds a 1-point lead. Merzick up. Oh, nice joust win from Izzy Stark. That's freshman on grad student right there. She's earning her respect every single game.
Yeah, and Stark, she saw that Sire did go up. She did go up, so great job on Stark for reading that and said, you know what, I'm going to go right to that 2 spot because you're going to be right in front of me.
And another service error. It's just so rare, but they've been prevalent here in set number 2. Now, this is where it gets hairy for Maryland. During that 8-game losing streak, they felt like they were in most of these sets, but then they got to 20 and it fell apart. On the 3-game win streak, all 9 sets that they won, they got to 21st in all of them. It's 20-20 now. It's a race to 5.
Yeah, definitely Maryland just Again, Penn State running such an efficient offense with efficient offense right now, no matter what hands Maryland's putting in front of them.
Hannah deep to serve as the race to 5 is underway. Wong up. Sire just wanted the spot. Far side, Schnitta. It's a real nice up from Juravicious. Now Spahn in system for Wong. There's Sire. Stark up. Merzick off the tape and punched over by Spahn. Crowd loves it. Stark. There's Trammell. Trammell's third on the night. Big momentum point to Penn State traveling.
Pace.
They're gonna have to stop at least one of them if they want this set number 2 victory. Off the tape on the serve from Hannah. Far side, Schnitta. She gets up, what a dig from Grimes. Here's Merzick. Off the top, theirs is your slowdown. Wong for Sire. She can play out of the back row as well. There's Juravicious. Acrobatics from Spahn. Sire the up. Here's Schnitta. What a point brewing here. Wong. Russ up by Stark. The back set for Merzick. She's locked! Russ and Schnitta keep it tied. That's nasty.
Yeah, that was absolutely electric. You see that the fans are into it as well. Penn State, they are scrambled a little bit on defense there. Had great communication. Maryland just getting up there and getting that block and getting that touch.
Sire deep. It's tense moments here at the Pav in set number 2. Stark in system. Merzick, there's Sire. Wong up. Near side, Scherer. Soft touch! That is so smart from the freshman to have that presence of mind in that moment. Maybe from. We've had a fun set number 2. It gets back underway right now. And that's not the way Maryland wanted it to. Schumacher calling strategic timeout proves effective.
Yeah, 100%. Again, that's not something you want to see coming out of a timeout. Is a missed serve. But hey, Penn State has the ball back, and now they can sit in the driver's seat and try to take this set.
These next 2 points are massive. Grimes gets us started. Wong in system. Schnitta off speed. Grimes snuffs it out. Stark up. Mendelson long. That's big.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge momentum shifter here. Again, Maryland being able to shake off that missed serve and then being able to get the ball back and say, hey, you know what, we're going to try to take these last 2 points.
Gunter deep. The Oviedo, Florida native serves us away. Stark in system. Slowed down off the top. Wong up. Schnitta, great dig. Grimes up. That's a loose set, and it's put down by Samantha Schnitta. Set point to the Terps. The Pav rises.
Yeah, that wasn't a fantastic set by Grimes. She kind of got that ball. She was trying to put it behind her to give it to that outside. But Schnitta, she got up there and said, you know what, I'm going to angle this and put it back down on Penn State's side.
The Pav is on their feet. The Penn State contingent hopes to get it back in their hands. Gunter serves away. Grimes up. Merzick slowed down. Wong. Katie Scherer off speed. It's up and it's down. Alexa Henry, we have a game in College Park. Stark up. Trammell, that's covered really nicely by Gunter. Far side, Sire. Grimes up. Merzick, wadded up by Gunter once again. Schnitta near side. The up by Stark. Juravicious wide. What a point for Maryland. Wow.
Yeah, that was just a big swing by Juravich and just a tad long there.
More strategic decisions now forcing Penn State into mistakes. That's such a hard move. The Secretary of Defense is back at the Pav. Anastasia Rust gets the Terps out to an early 2-0 lead.
Like I said, again, these two teams met earlier in the season, so they know each other's tendencies, which, again, was going to make this a very competitive game.
Stark up. Merzick off speed. There's the Merzick magic, little bit of trickery from the Michigan transfer. She's pretty quietly up to 7 kills on the night.
Yeah, 100%. And again, when you have someone like Jess Merzick who is smart with the ball and knows when to swing, take a big swing, and knows when to tip, that's where your offense can be ignited.
Now that's where the difference was. The service errors for Penn State. 3 of them last set put the ball back in Maryland's hands, and they controlled serve. It's back in their hands again through Sire. Stark up. Mendelson, it's slowed down off the top. Gunter's up. Scherer, she's beat the defense with a few of those off speeds. Juravicius called for the touch. That's 4 hits on Penn State.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. So you see Merzick, she's coming over to talk to the up ref as to why it was for contact instead of, it looked like a clean set, but I guess the refs saw something different. And I'm not 100% sure what the refs saw there on 4 contacts. I could see if they did call a double touch because Mendelson, she's not typically a setter.
And how about now a service error of their own to put it back in Penn State's hands? They limited the mistakes, not just from the service line, but on the open floor and into play as well. It's important to allow yourself an error or 2. They have a 2-point buffer here. It's Faldudo away. The 1 set from Anastasia Russ. It's a real nice up, and they'll have a chance on the free ball. Russ tries again. Stark up. Merzick! We haven't seen her unleash like that all night.
Yeah, and this Maryland team, they're really testing this good Penn State team right now. That's a great one-arm dig and great athleticism by Penn State.
Williams the receive, and a nice up from Wong after it went into the net. Stark in system. There's Mendelson. Termination. That's just as simple as it gets from Penn State.
Yeah, Mendelson, again, she allowed herself to get blocked once, and she said, once is all you get, and she put the ball back down.
Nobody's stopping that. Faldudo away. We're tied at 4 here in set number 3. Far side Scherer uncorks, but it's slowed down. Merzick out of rhythm, and she's still got some pretty good heat on that.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of miscommunication in Maryland's defense. It looks like Allie Williams was trying to call off Huang before Huang put her hands up, and Huang, again, she was just right there, so had to let it happen.
Senior setter Zoe Huang has seen a lot more expanded of a role over the last few weeks. Hard roof from Mendelson. Russ had one of her own. That is a solo block, and now Maggie Mendelson gets in on the fun.
Yeah, that was just a great timing there, Maggie Mendelson. She stayed disciplined, got up there, and stayed right in front of Anastasia Russ.
It's been Faldudo this whole time, and now she's got an ace. Penn State on a 6-0 run.
Yeah, again, you don't want to let this Penn State team, like I keep saying, that you don't want to let them go on too many runs, because that's when you allow yourself to get into that hole. In Maryland, unfortunately, during that 8-game losing streak, that's what they found themselves in, with team going on 8-point runs.
Scherer's just wide, and now it's 7. Timeout, Maryland. Have more than her. Now that looks a bit more organized. Nice receive from Williams, and easy termination from Schnitter. She's now up to 7.
Yeah, that was a great sequence by Maryland there, being able to get that pass, that hit, and that, when they play textbook volleyball, that's when Maryland is successful.
Gunter away. Stark was a little loose for Merzick. Rohrbach's up. Schnitter's down! Crowd's back into it with that. Schnitter's on back-to-back kills. Number 8 on the night for the Ole Miss transfer.
Yeah, that was, again, just great angle there. And again, that's advantage of being a lefty. You're able to hit that back corner a lot easier than maybe someone who is a right-handed right side.
Stark in system. She has every option, and when she's got Maggie Mendelson on the slide, they're just not going to stop it. Big point for Penn State.
Yeah, Mendelson has just been so unstoppable here. She's been able to get up on that 1 foot, and she leaves off of 2 feet, and she's able to get up there and put that ball right back down.
Merzik away. Schnitt, a soft touch snuffed out by Stark. Grimes up. Back row, slowed down. Wong had to get there. Oh, Katie Scherer on court.
And that's the kind of you want to see when you have your freshmen being able to step up into those that big outside roll, being able to, again, create that space and get through that block and hit that back corner. That's what you want to see.
More errors than kills on the night for Scherer. She's up to 5 kills. Schnitt away again. That's powerful. Received by Merzik and terminated by Hannah.
Now they have a Scherer, but Penn State has a Cameron Hannah and a Jess Merzik, and the two of them cannot be stopped right now.
12 kills on just 2 errors for Hannah. Relatively to the first set, she was stopped. That was a driving force in that set 2 victory. Hannah wants her say in this important set number 3. Menger goes long, and now you have a chance once again. That's the 6th service error of the night for Penn State. It's rare they have that many. Terps took advantage in set number 2. Time to in set number 3.
Yeah, the set number 3 again is starting to shape up like how it was in the second set, where the two teams, they were relatively close, and we'll see if it turns out to be, again, a close game, or if it ends up being like how it was the first set, where Penn State wound up running away with it.
Stark in system. Hannah off speed. Schnitt was frozen for a moment. Here's your overpass. Stark. Trammell snuffed out. Hannah rises. It's a great block. She'll have another swing. There's Gunter. Dowler up. Sire. The overpass. Dowler. Loose for Rohrbach. Another chance. Sire received again. Stark to Hannah. Terminated.
That was just a great sequence by Penn State. Again, defensively, Maryland is really testing this Penn State offense, but Penn State is just finding different ways to put the ball down.
Those are the points you'd see Maryland win in the previous few games, but you've got Hannah just nearly unstoppable on those front lines. They've been so physical. And Izzy Stark gets in on the ace party. Finally something positive on the serves. It seems like Penn State have done only the errors on that side after Merzik's back-to-back aces in the first. The freshman Stark away again. Dowler finds Sire in tempo. Grimes is up. Jurevicius is down. They're finding their footing now.
Jurevicius, again, she's getting on NCAA tournament, so you want to see that out of them.
Izzy Stark gets us started again, and just after the ace, she kind of just undoes it and puts it straight into the net. 7th service error on the night, and now here's the chance for Maryland to get themselves back into it a little bit more, just to start to chip away a little bit. It's Rohrbach's responsibility. Stark, Trammell down hard, no momentum for Maryland.
Yeah, that was a really good side out for Penn State. Trammell just getting the ball to her quickly, and again, her arm swing is so fast that she's able to beat that Maryland block.
It's Hannah back, and into the net once again.
You definitely want to limit those service errors. Again, we saw that Penn State had at least 3 to 4 service errors, and that's how much they lost that last set by.
Dowler's a prolific server. It's those that don't show up on the score sheet, but it's dragging those setters out of system. Doesn't matter when Jess Merzik is on that side. Give her even just a good set, and she'll do as much as she can with it. She's into double figures.
Yeah, Jess Merzik hitting. Actually, she has a double-double right now. She has 10 kills, 11 digs. So great job on Jess Merzik for, again, working back.
Grimes the float serve. Russ on the one. Nice dig from Stark. The free ball from Merzick. Wong up. Schnitta near side. Sent back hard. Maggie Mendelson by herself.
Yeah, you saw Jess Merzick. She pulled off of that block because she thought maybe it was going to be a tip, so she went to go cover tip. Mendelson, she stuck with it, and she still got that block. That was a fantastic block there. Just right in the middle, of course, she was able to turn her body and put it right back into the court.
6th block on the night for Mendelson. Loose from Sire, nearly did find the spot. Juravicious off speed. Gunter up. Schnitta down right at Stark. Merzick, and there's Wong. Here's your free ball. Stark to Mendelson. Termination.
That was just a fantastic tool by Mendelson. It looks like Penn State, they were a little bit late on the block, so they kind of had to put some hands up there just to slow the ball down. But Mendelson, she took that and she was able to tool off the block.
Of the last 10 points now have gone Penn State's way. They're running away with a crucial set number 3.
Yeah, this is looking like more of what the first set kind of mirrored. You saw Maryland staying with Penn State a little bit, but then Penn State again just creating that space.
Can they take advantage now? This is going to be the 3rd attempt that Maryland has at it after a service error. And credit to the defense especially. They put in plenty of blocks out of that Penn State defense to bail out the iffy serving. Sire away. So real nice pass to find Juravicious. And from the naked eye, that landed into my eyes. The call goes to Maryland. Penn State gets it back, and Faldudo serves us away. Oh, that is just absolutely nasty from Jess Merzick. Kill number 11 is her biggest of the night.
You just saw she just got up there, and she didn't have to go for a full swing. She just saw and she ate that up.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Schnitta says I can do it too. 2 really tough kills back to back. Schnitta's 1 away from double figures now. It's going to take a village to come back from this 8-point deficit, though.
If you really look at it, Schnitta, again, we talked about how she had double-digit kills in all the games. She was able to get up to like 15 kills almost, but Penn State has relatively kept her quiet.
I think it's Jess Merzick time now. She's up to kill number 12. And it looks like after just a little bit of time, she's finally grown into the game, and now she's arrived.
Yeah, just Merzick. She's just doing it all for this Penn State offense. If it's not Merzick, you got Cameron Hanna coming in. This is just a great rotation, having the outsides be opposite of each other.
Scherer has to reach back. Nice dig up from Stark after the 1 set. They really got up to snuff Hanna out there. Schnitta's swing slowed down. Hanna the cut shot. Not quite.
Yeah, you saw Hanna. She wanted that cut. It was wide open for her. Unfortunately, her hand just turned too much in, and that's what caused the ball to go right back on Penn State's side.
And they've got the nation's leading server with the ball in her hands. Let's see how much they can chip away, if any. So smart from Stark. The freshman just has such presence of mind. You can't react to that too quickly. It seems like she's seen that 1,000 times.
And that's what you want out of a setter. You want her to have that core awareness that you can see that it looked like Maryland's defense was not set up correctly, and she took advantage of it.
Quinn Menger away. And Gunter was caught in between 2 minds.
Yeah, it's definitely the back row has to talk to each other, be able to say like, hey, is that ball in or out? And you have to be sure. You have to follow that ball to the line if you're going to be sure.
Penn State 2 points away from a huge set number 3 win. tolerant system. Just a short little roll. It's gone all the way backwards, but Hannah recovers and forced Williams to scramble. Scherer reaches back. Stark up. Naturally, Cameron Hannah terminates. 14 kills on the night. Set point, Penn State.
That was a great scramble by Penn State, keeping that ball in. Again, Cameron Hannah, she is just doing it all for this Penn State offense, so you might as well just give her the ball.
Penn State traveling support on their feet. And Quinn Manger ends it with another ace. That's a big set number 3 win for Penn State. They will be... It'll be Jocelyn Nathan to start us away in set number 4 from the Xfinity Center Pavilion, just outside our nation's capital. Samantha Schnitter with a positive start. That's what you need. After a big set loss is to regroup with a positive mindset. That's the way to start it.
And that's exactly what you want. You want her to get going as early as possible, capitalize on some points, make Penn State work for every point.
Schnitter's into double figures. And Sire serves long. That kind of just sums up her day. She's hitting under 100 on the day. 2 for 22. No errors, but she really hasn't been given the opportunity to make any. So it looks like they're going to challenge the spot. Back in the hands of Grimes. That's a drilled serve. Wong up. Russ wide.
And so they're also going to call that ball out on Maryland as well. Again, Maryland, you still want to try to stay aggressive, but you don't want to stay so aggressive that you start to make errors.
Wong up. Sire out of rhythm. Stark up. And Mendelson down.
And that was a little bit of an offset for Mendelson. She caught it right on, a little bit on her wrist, so she couldn't get that full extension, but still she was able to make it work.
Penn State have been able to make quite a bit work this match so far. There's Schnitter slowed a little too far down by the Penn State line. And this is how they won that second set in Maryland. They just chipped away, and then they picked their moments to try and go on a 2-0 run and then a 4-1 run set. Starts from the back, and Gunter serves away. Grimes takes control. Merzick can't find the spot after the up from Wong. There's Scherer. Stark to Mendelson.
Mendelson, you cannot stop her. She has now 9 kills. She's hitting at a 385, and that's what you want to see out of your middle. Again, that time she was able to get that full extension, and she had an open net. And for Mendelson, that's not what you want to have, is give her an open net.
Stark's passing has just been immaculate. Every single time on these quick sets, the one set, you have to trust your setter to be able to put it in the perfect spot. We've seen flashes of it from Zoe Wong and Anastasia Russ, but it's just been 10 out of 10 from Izzy Stark. She's only a freshman. Big difference in that third set was the service errors. Maryland not taking advantage. Plenty of them to go around in set number 3. Maryland just not able to take advantage. The defense was really coming to the server's aid. Here's Schnitter. Stark up. Merzick dug up by Scherer. And now back row Schnitter. Slide for Mendelson at the pushover. And Maryland gets back tied. You want to keep it within that 1-2 point range. Mendelson doesn't like the call. Either way, Terps have it.
Yeah, it looks like they called a lift on Mendelson there, and Mendelson didn't really like that call again, because sometimes a lift is a lift, but Mendelson didn't hang on to that ball too long.
Samantha Schnitter, that's venomous. Second ace on the day for the nation's leading server. Maryland a 5-4 lead.
And again, that's what you want. You want her on that back line. You want her to get as many points as possible to try to slow down this Penn State team in 4th or 5th.
Welcome to the league, Izzy Stark. Nice receive from Grimes. And Stark says, that's what I'll do. You served at me last last time, I'll just take it out of your hands. We're back time.
Yeah, it looks like she was a little bit slow to get to that one spot, to get to her defense, and Stark said, you want to be slow? Here you go, here's the ball.
Merzick deep. 2 aces on the day. So close to a third. Back into Maryland's hands.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of what the second set shaped up to be, where again, these two teams were neck and neck, and like you said, Maryland just found that little pocket, those last 2 points to pull away.
Jonna Spahn serves away. And there's an ace for your service specialist. Allie Williams has been taking up that role through the beginnings and the middles of the season. One of the switches that he's made, Hughes has, is putting Spahn in that service specialist role. It's paying dividends.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to let the ball out, you got to commit to it.
Stark up. Mendelson down. Just pure termination.
Mendelson, she's really come alive in this third set. We saw glimpses of it in the first and the second, and here she is just absolutely putting the ball down, creating holes in the floor.
Mendelson, the third Nittany Lion to reach double figures. Hitting at a 375 clip. That's what middles do. Menger served Penn State to a set 3 victory. Rocked hard, but just on the other side. Dowler and Rohrbach had it covered. Can't hate that too much. You get the effort, get your hands on it.
Yeah, definitely. You want to keep your hands, when you're out to that pin that far, you want to try to keep your hands turned in so the ball can ricochet back into the court.
Menger's been prolific from the service line. There's Sire, but dug out by Merzick. There's Hannah, and Gunter can't finish.
And again, Hannah just being so aggressive in that front row, no matter what. I mean, granted, when you need a big swing like that, you either call Merzick or Hannah.
They keep it in the hands of Menger. Penn State back out to a lead. Just one at that. Dowler up. Sire out of rhythm. Spahn, what a pancake butt. They can't find the third hit. Nice hustle from Spahn. Counts for naught though. Penn State on a 4-0 run.
That was a great hustle by Spahn. She was able to get there, get that pancake up. That was a great hustle.
Spahn is prone to an acrobatic up. Gave themselves one more chance. That's what any coach will like to see. And there's another ace for Quinn Menger. There's your service specialist on the Penn State side. Third of the day. Timeout, Maryland.
Yeah, it's probably a good timeout from Maryland here, because again, this Penn State
in system and send Maryland's defense scrambling. That's the type of receive you want to see. And that's the type of result you get when you can keep it in system like that. When Maryland have stayed in system, the results have been pretty decisive. It just hasn't been enough.
Yeah, Carmel, she was just a little bit late on that block with Cameron Hannah, so that's what resulted in the ball falling right in between them.
Rohrbach away. Stark just out of system. She sets up Merzick perfectly. Number 13 for Jess Merzick on the night.
And again, when you're Maryland's defense, you have these prolific hitters for Maryland. You can't just sit there and watch the ball. You have to go after it.
Every third swing has resulted in a kill. Schnitta looks for the spot. Juravicius, tough receive from Gunter. Up by Schnitta, loose. And Sire loses the joust. All that tough work from Gunter, wearing that swing, will come to naught.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a tough set. There. It was great for Schnitta to get that assist up, but unfortunately Sire, she was just a trap set, and Penn State was able to take advantage of that.
Stark serves away. Dowler up. She had nobody waiting. Taylor Trammell just gives a sigh of relief, says, thank goodness. Penn State on a 6-1 run. Still with the ball in the impressive freshman Stark's hands. Gunter gives Schnitt a chance. Nice dig from Grimes. Hannah takes speed off. And it's just almost like a bunt in baseball. If you take
the Ravens game.
Nothing to argue about here on the floor. Here on this NFL Sunday. Nothing to argue about on that call either. Caroline Juravicius, who's been relatively stifled over the last 2 sets, gets back in it. She found the spot off the block. Hand's not turned in enough.
Yeah, definitely sorry. She just didn't turn her hand in enough and wasn't able to put that back in the court.
Sire rocked. Juravicius and Trammell combined. Penn State's running away with it.
Yeah, Penn State right now, they're up 8 points right now. Their fans are also excited too, again, being able to go to a 4th set and end it, possibly.
Stark on the ace. It's an 11-1 Penn State run.
Yeah, right now, the Penn State's on a 7-0 scoring run right now. So Maryland, they really need to side out right now if they want to try to get the serve back and try to climb back into the set.
Sire just has not found a way all night long. Jess Merzick turned around. It's Dowler again. Dowler's up to 5 kills on the night. That's second tops on Maryland.
Yeah, Merzick, it looks like she was trying to find that ball. She just couldn't track it as well as she was trying to. And Maryland, again, they have the ball back. They are now in the driver's seat. They have to work to climb back.
Dowler away. Stark out of system. That's what you want from a serve. But nice work to tool the block on the outside from Juravicius. Everything that Maryland has thrown at Penn State, there's been an answer for after that second set.
And that's what you want to see out of the number 4 team in the country,
yeah.
Number 3 in the conference. They are just able to adjust on the fly, and that is why they're so highly ranked.
Zoe Wong loves the error. She's trying to infuse a little bit of energy back into her team. Time for some trench warfare here from the Pav if the Terps want to dig their way back into this.
Yeah, if they want to force a 5th set here, they have to dig in, find that energy that they had in the second set, bring it to this set.
Sire away. Stark can't handle. Sam Sire the ace. It feels like she's been off tonight. Everything, if you want to talk about a response, that everything that Sam Sire has been thrown, everything there has been a response. Stark a little slow to get up there. She looks to be okay though.
Yeah, it looks like she did kind of land really hard on that knee.
Sire away once more. Nice up to keep it going. And Juravicius can't handle. That's 2 aces in a row.
And again, like we said, this Maryland team does have a tendency to climb back when they are in the trenches. And here we're seeing this on display right now.
Good handle from Grimes. Stark in system. Merzick wide. Terps continue to grind away. Rolling into College Park. Sire has the Terps on a 4-0 run. Out of system once again. I mean, how does Juravicius even have a chance at that? 1, what a pass. 2, what a termination.
Juravicius, she was able to take advantage of the fact that Maryland, again, they had a little bit of space between their block and the net. They didn't seal that net as tightly as they should have.
Grimes the serve. How about another ace? To go along with the 12 errors that Penn State have had, they're now up to double digits in aces.
Yeah, and you saw there, Zoe, she was trying to wait for that ball to come down, but then you saw on Penn State's side, they saw, oh, she's back row, so I'm going to back off, and that ball just came right back down.
Nice receive from Williams. Samantha Schnitt uncorks.
Samantha Schnitt doing the best she can right now. She has 12 kills tonight, hitting at a 206, so she's doing the best she can with what she has, and that's what you want to see out of your star player here.
Stark in system. She'll get one more go. Now Merzick. Wong's up. Gunter's free ball. Stark to Mendelson. Bread and butter.
Mendelson, that was just a great sequence by her in that middle, again, angling that swing there. She had Rohrbach right in front of her, so great job, great smart play on her angling it.
5 blocks to accompany the 11 kills for Big Maggie Mendelson. Wong up. Scherer off the top. Stark has plenty of options. There's Mendelson again. Gunter up. Schnitt along.
In here right now, if you're Maryland again, you have to find a way to climb back. I mean, this is what we kind of saw in their 8-game losing streak, where they've been neck and neck with opponents and then allowed themselves to get into a hole here.
Nittany Lions hitting over 500 in set number 4. Wong into the net.
Yeah, it looks like they call for contacts there. Looks like it came off of Schnitt. She hit the ball, hit the net. Penn State didn't really touch the ball.
Faldudo away. Wong up. Rohrbach in tempo. Far side Merzik. That just sums it up. Kill number 14 for Jess Merzik to go with 15 digs. It's been a supremely dominating performance as Penn State have match point.
Yeah, an incredible double-double here.
Faldudo away as the Penn State contingent rise. Katie Scherer doesn't want it to end just yet.
Katie Scherer, she still wants to try to force this 5th set as best as possible, but this Maryland team has to almost play perfect if they want to try to tie the game.
Schnitt away. Stark for Merzik. Ball game. That's just about how all of them go. Jess Merzik, the